Hi guys. Facebook, you are violating the rights of the American people. There's way too much censorship going on right now. I've never seen it this bad in my 3 years of advocating for Kratom. The sad thing is that most of you who are on the outside of the Kratom community, you're gonna watch this video and you're not gonna even know what I'm talking about. And that's the scary thing, because Americans are being silenced and their rights are being infringed upon, meaning, it's called the American Constitution, freedom of speech. Well, Facebook, you guys don't follow that. Oh no, no. I have 2 advocacy groups, I have a very large advocacy group, and we can't even say the word Kratom. How dumb is that? Now, I would say that is a violation of our right, of our constitutional right as an American of the United States of America. I'm so mad I can barely talk right now. There's just so much injustice happening right now. It's crazy. Amy Anderson, and you posted a picture that said Kratom, and they blocked it. They said it was against community standards because it was involving drugs. That's horrifying, because Kratom hasn't even been classified as a drug. It's not Schedule 1 or Schedule 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 for that matter. It is holistic. It's an herb, it's a plant, and it's a safe plant at that. It's safe to consume. So something else I did want to talk about regarding Kratom is, I see like these new doctors. I'm not even going to mention his name, but everybody in Southeast Beautiful group, you guys know who I'm talking about. So he's saying, oh, well, Kratom has so much benefit and it helps people with opioid withdrawal. Therefore, in order to make sure it's safe, it needs to be prescribed by a doctor, so the patient can be monitored and for dosages and all that. No, you're wrong. You're very wrong. Sorry, it's loud here. And the reason why you're wrong, dead wrong, is because Kratom is safe. The only reason why something needs to be prescribed is because of its risks and risk for side effects. And Kratom doesn't have all those negative side effects. And that is why we are here today having this discussion, is because it is safe and Kratom doesn't kill people like FDA approved drugs. And Kratom isn't a drug like you keep calling it. Kratom is a food. It is a tea leaf from the coffee tree, the rubicae. Look it up. Do your research. Stop being part of the FDA's disinformation campaign. Stop brainwashing more people into thinking that Kratom is a drug or it needs to be prescribed. Again, the reason why it doesn't need to be prescribed, the reason why we don't need a prescription for it, is because it's not an opioid. It's not derived from any opioid plant. It's not even chemically made up the same. In the words of Dr. Jack Henningfield, nature got it right. And it is not it's not an opioid by definition. So again, we don't need to be monitored when taking this plant because it is safe. Like other vitamins, minerals, herbs, That is the reason why we have vitamin shops and GNC and Swanson online. Like, Swanson should start selling Kratom. Kratom gave me back my health. It didn't take away my health. It didn't make me unhealthy. It didn't put me at risk. It's the other way around. So again, we don't need a prescription because Kratom is that safe. If Kratom needed a prescription and it was high risk with negative side effects that were harmful, then there would be proof of that. People would be showing up in the ERs. People would be going to their doctors and they would be complaining. Nobody's complaining. If people were sick, if Kratom were harmful, people would be sick from it. People aren't getting sick from Kratom. People are getting sick from methadone and Suboxone and your antidepressants and your psychotropics, you psychologist. Yeah, that's the reason why you don't like Kratom, because you don't want people to be helped by Kratom, because it's gonna hurt you. Because of your selfishness and greediness. And you're a new doctor, and oh boy, you don't want nothing messing with that. You don't want nothing messing with your livelihood. You don't care. You don't care how you get to the top, do you? Or how you stay at the top. You don't care who you hurt along the way either. It's obvious. I mean, you don't care too much. You would use our testimonies, our stories that we write with passion and truth. You would take them and manipulate the public into reading them, using them in a manipulative way, into making them think that Kratom is something bad. Oh no, no, it's not happening, because we're not going anywhere, and Kratom isn't going anywhere either, and it's not gonna be prescribed by a doctor, because again, it's safe. Just like we don't have to be prescribed caffeinated products. We don't need a script for caffeine in coffee. It's a partial agonist. Kratom is a partial agonist also. So why would we need a prescription for the partial agonist that is in the leaf Kratom? No. And it doesn't bind like an opioid. So you can't use that either. Don't twist that information into making people think it's an opioid because it's opioid-like. How about chocolate? Chocolate is opioid-like. It doesn't mean we need a prescription for chocolate. Okay, so stop lying and stop brainwashing the public and using us as a way to do it. So, but there's so much craziness going on right now, so my apologies for being a little flustered. I gotta situate myself. This is just, it's insane right now. It is. I mean, groups are like being shut down. People like were getting reported. Like, I created a second group, and this second I created the group, I got a warning that somebody reported abusive content. Which, that's a lie. I mean, I literally had only 4 members. And I mean, the second it was created, bam. And I can't get rid of the notification either. None of us can. I mean, all of us admins, we're all in the same boat. And I mean, just censorship is crazy. They won't let us post pictures of Kratom. They won't let us even say Kratom. That's not right. Why? Why? So you guys, you know, if you're not in the community and you're watching this, you know, ask yourself, like, first of all, that's a major red flag. Like, why, you know, obviously they don't want us to keep talking about it. They don't want you guys to know about the benefits of Kratom, because they want you to stay sick and addicted to opioids or methadone or Suboxone. And they don't want you to know that kratom can replace your antidepressants or psychotropics, because they'll lose business. It's job security. When I was a psych nurse, they always used to mess with the patient's cocktails. The patients would start to get better, and you know, it takes a long time to find the right drug cocktail, because it's very difficult treating mental illness, disorders, etc. And a lot of times when they would start to get better, then they would mess with their cocktail and then make them sick again, make them worse. We used to go around, we used to say job security. It's sick, it's the truth. There's a lot to talk about, and trying not to be flustered. It's, you know, it's just, it's not right. And, you know, I appreciate all you guys. I love you guys so much, you know. I mean, this has got to stop. Like, we are not going to give up. Not going to give up. But we just have to keep fighting. Don't give up. Keep advocating. You know, I mean, you can try and shut me up, Facebook, but you're not going to win. You're not. I have files. I write everything down. No. Okay, so support, you know, keep supporting the AKA, and just be careful, like when you do advocate with some of these doctors, and you know, especially psychologists. Like when I started interacting with this particular psychologist, you know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to mention his name because I don't want to give him any more attention. And so I had a feeling he was a psychologist because of his ambiguity. He's so ambiguous. And that's psych. Psych is gray, very ambiguous. So just be careful. And don't really give them, you know, any more information. But, all right, love you guys. Bye.